my channel. And I'm coming on with a very simple 3-step elimination ritual. This is a spiritual ritual, even though it is actually about eliminating debt. It is about setting your intention to eliminate debt and to live debt free. So I'm going to give you this process before you guys come on here and the audience builds. Tomorrow I will be live Sunday for Sacred Soul Work at 10 a.m. Eastern. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, I will be teaching you a micro manifestation session where I teach you some simple steps about manifestation, about how to quiet your mind. That is scheduled for tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. So make sure you join me for a micro meditation session on how to quiet your mind so I can introduce you to the simple steps of meditation so you can align with God. All right, so here is this simple 3-step debt elimination ritual. 1, you are going to gather together all your debt, every credit card, every account, everything you owe. If you owe money to some people, gather together your debt. And I want you to write it out on a piece of paper or put it in a spreadsheet or whatever you need to do to make sure you've got it all in one place in a snapshot, okay? So you want to make sure you list it all out so you don't forget anything. Because if you really want to live debt-free, you're going to have to start kind of putting your arms around what do you owe and who do you owe, versus it being some overwhelming feeling and you're not drilling down into exactly what it is. Okay? That's 1. 2, you're going to pay a minimal amount of money on each of these accounts. That's what you're going to start with from day 1. It doesn't matter if it's $1, $5, $10. Take whatever you can on each of these accounts. It's about sowing the intention of paying off your debt and living debt free. Are you catching me here? It's about the intention. Spiritually speaking, there's no such thing as quantity. There's only the energetic level of consciousness and intention. So when you begin to say, I'm debt free, I'm going to live debt free, I am debt free, I'm going to live debt free. When you go pay $1, $5, $10, whatever you can afford to pay on the debt, God and the universe are coming in to support that intention, because you've now taken action by faith versus ignoring this overwhelming, stressful amount of debt. And you say, well, Rebecca, I owe $5,000 on this credit card. What is $5? $5 is sowing the seed by faith that you are going to pay it off. And God is going to begin to open doors and bring in resources, pathways, windows, doors opening to pay off this debt when you by faith say, I'm going to do what I can do to pay off this debt. So what's step 3? When you log into the account and you pay $5, you pray, God, I sow this onto this account. God, bless this. Bless this. I'm praying for debt-free living. I'm praying over this account to be paid off in full, or you make a way to clear it completely off. God, I don't care how you do it. You pray over each account that you make the payment on. As you do it, pray, God, debt-free living. It is your will for me to be debt-free. I sow by faith this $1, this $5, this $10. This process, so that was the 3 steps. Take a whole look at everything you owe, every account, right? Every debt. And then one by one, you're going to sit down, whatever you can afford, and pay one amount, $1, $5, $10, whatever you can. And as you do it, you pray and you set your intention to be debt-free and to pay off this debt. 3 steps. That's it. When Carrie and I were in debt, this is the process that we went through in order to get debt-free and eventually raise our credit through the roof. A simple process. Whatever you set your intentions to do, God is going to come in and empower it. Empower it. Bring you more overflowing ways for you to be able to pay it off. It's going to take a miracle. You need a miracle. God begins to open up the doors of miracle thinking, miracle thoughts, creativity. Now, here's how you honor it. Guess what? All the little things that you spend money on that you haven't been putting on the debt, that's been wasteful because you haven't been intentional about getting your arms around this debt. You've been motivated by stress and overwhelm. So you haven't even had clear intention and thought and action and applied your faith in this area. So in the meantime, you're eating out, you're going and getting manicures, you're like, oh, it's only $40 here, Rebecca, $30 on Amazon. Guess what? You can do your own pedicure. You can make something at home. You can eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich instead of going to spend $20 or $30 eating out, or $50, $100, whatever level you're on. That you actually can set your intention to say, I'm going to be a good steward over what God has given me because this debt is getting paid off. So now I'm going to tighten up my belt a little bit because I want to be debt free. I'm tired of all this money going out towards debt. I'm tired of feeling the overwhelm and stress of debt. I'm going to live debt free. So you begin to sow and you begin to tighten your belt and say, nope, not going out for drinks on Friday night. I'm not going to buy that dress that I really don't need, right? I'm not going to go take the gas money to go over here because that would be $10 more, $20 more that I could put on this account. Because once you set your mind to do something, your mind is powerful. Once you make up your mind is made up. Guess what? Power comes in. Miraculous comes in to support you in this intention. Right? You can live debt-free, but you've got to start taking authority over your finances, authority over the debt. You've got to do that. And that means you've got to be a good steward over what you do have and what you're responsible for, right? Sunshine and Beauty says, what about skills for curly hair? Are there ways to help with that at home? I really need to be on this budget journey. Go over right here on YouTube, look up ways to do curly hair, figure it out. Where there is a will, there's a way, Sunshine Beauty. But it's about setting the intention, guys. It is about taking it serious. We're always praying for more, but if we have bad financial habits and we're praying for more, won't we just fumble that? Won't we just fumble the bag? Think about your habits, your financial habits, your money habits. If you aren't being intentional and getting disciplined about these habits with what God has given you now, can you really be trusted with more? Can you really be trusted with more if you're not being a good steward over what you have right now? And if you're using overspending, overeating, you're using all these unhealthy coping mechanisms to deal with the stress and the overwhelm and the chronic stress, isn't that a vicious cycle that's creating more stress for you financially? So this is the three steps that I covered, right? Get your arms around your finances. Make a list. Sow $1, $5, $10 on each account, whatever you can afford. Whatever you can afford. We're starting there until God gives the increase. Until God gives you the ability. When I started doing this on our accounts, I raised my credit score. I had come out of a divorce. It was horrible. My credit score was in the 400s. Through being obedient and diligent and being intentional and saying, we're going to be debt free. Next thing you know, $5, $10 becomes $500 payments, $1,000 payments, to the point then we're living completely debt free, living on cash, literally raised our credit score. I'll do another video about how to raise your credit score once you get your arms around all this. All right. Raised our credit scores into the 700s. Mine was in the 400s. Carrie's was in the 500s. Raised it into the 700s. And you too can do this. You got this, but you can't keep ignoring it. You can't keep just wishing on a hope and a prayer. You got to use the power of your mind and the power of your faith to start doing what you can now until God gives the increase. All right? All right, I'm about to go grocery shopping. Guys, join me tomorrow morning, Sunday. The 20 is tomorrow, what, the 26th? Sunday the 26th, 10 a.m., I'll be doing a live micro meditation session to teach you the steps of how to quiet your mind. Very basic steps of how to get grounded and aligned with God, to welcome in peace, so that now we can start to manifest the greater things that God has for you, but we've got to learn to quiet our mind. And for those of you who know you're ready to work with me more one-on-one, make sure you go get your ticket to my Align and Thrive workshop. Yep, right here on YouTube tomorrow morning. Sacred Soul Work, How to Quiet Your Mind, tomorrow 10 a.m. Sunday. Join me live. I'm doing a real live meditation session to teach you how to meditate, okay? And then March 2nd, for those of you who really want to work on your money goals, I've got an in-person workshop for 2 hours to come in, work with me in a group session in Atlanta where we actually go through setting our money intentions and clearing our money blocks. All right? Here is Nima says, loving this content, Rebecca. Time to focus on financial independence and success in business. Yes. And even if you're not an entrepreneur, success in your professional path, financial abundance, prosperity in any professional goals, financial goals for your path to be abundant and to prosper. All right? Make sure you get your ticket to Money and Meditation. That's coming up March 2nd, and I expect those to start selling really fast, y'all. So make sure you grab those because they're priced really low. Okay? Really low. All right. I love you guys. See you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Bye-bye.